Hey, what's going on? These are final quality 4K images rendered directly from Univah Pro. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get a final render from the Univah Film Engine. So, to those of you who have been asking for final quality, what does the final render look like? Because pretty much we show you only what's in the viewport because the viewport is the final render. But we understand that you guys are like, you have to see it to believe it. so, um, as you can see, the first two images we showed you, those are 4K images, and you can go to our website, which is smsoftwarecompany.com, and then go to computer graphics, and then click Univah renders, and you can examine those images uh, that we just showed you in this video, and you can see that they are 4K in resolution. So Univah can output up to 6K and 8K images and videos. Okay. So here's just a quick workflow. This is a really powerful workflow. And what's interesting about this is that we're testing Univah. For the past 2 weeks, we've been testing Univah on very low-end PCs because we want to basically let everyone know that you now have offline quality renders in real time, and you don't have to have the most powerful computer in the world. So, for those of you who are interested, this video is actually being recorded, and I'm doing this live workflow on a UHD 770 graphics card, and that's like a shared integrated graphics. So I'm using the university college computers to record this Univah workflow right now. And on the university college computers, which have integrated graphics, they don't even have a dedicated graphics card. This is what I was able to do. Now, you will be able to do some work, but realistically speaking, to get the best out of Univah, definitely you want to invest in a dedicated graphics card. However, the importance of this workflow right now is to show you that you will be able to still achieve offline quality rendering directly in the viewport. No, you're not going to get the crazy high FPS that you've seen in our other videos. So if you're used to watching our other videos and you see FPS like 700 FPS with this fidelity, 200 FPS with this fidelity, yeah, you're not going to get that on integrated graphics. Just being honest with you, okay? But so this is why we show you the frames per second, so that you can see that, okay, you are able to still work in Univah. The frames per second may not be lightning fast like what you would see in dedicated graphics. However, for look development, for being able to take a look at your scene instantly in very high quality without relying on an offline render, because at the end of the day, guys, here's what you have to understand and appreciate about Univah Pro. The quality that you're seeing right now, even if you're seeing it at 10 FPS, that's still faster than an offline render. And I want you to remember that. When you're doing offline rendering in Maya, that's it. You can't interact with it. There is no real-time interaction. As soon as you change the camera view, you have to re-render everything. It gets grainy all over again. You have to re-render everything. And so that's why there really is no comparison to the Univah Film Engine. Because at the end of the day, even if you're working with the most basic computer on the planet, but you're still getting this quality. And as you can see, this is a 4K image I just rendered from Univah right now. You can see the resolution right there at the bottom. This is a 4K image. And it took seconds. It took like 2 seconds to render this image out. Okay? And I'm doing this on a basic potato PC, basically. Okay? You know that the university computers are not fancy. Okay? So the computers at the library in your university, they're not fancy. They're not RTX. They're not GTX graphics cards. They're integrated basic Intel graphics. So, but at the end of the day, here's what's amazing is that Univah is showing you that we're not only drastically lowering the barrier of entry for anybody to be able to achieve high fidelity graphics instantly in the viewport, but look at how Even though the FPS may not be high on your potato PC, no matter how much we move around in the scene, nothing gets grainy, nothing has to recalculate, nothing has to refresh. And that's the difference between us and literally everybody else. If you were doing this in Maya, if you were doing this in V-Ray, you would have to click render, you would have to go to V-Ray, and then you would have to render your scene. And while you're rendering in V-Ray, it's not like you can move around the way you see us moving around here. You can't move around, you can't change your camera angle, because if you do, then you have to re-render the whole scene all over again. So you're back to 0 samples, sample 1, sample 2. If you're doing 1,000 samples, you're waiting for a while. Let's be honest, you're waiting for a while. So in Univah, even if you don't have the means to get a very high-end graphics card and you're using your integrated graphics to run Univah, this is what you can expect. You can still expect to get high fidelity even on your potato PC. That's Univah.